All right, good to see all of you very fun students in my math class. I wish we could be together, but you'll just have to see me on video and be cozy in your house. And so I wanted to make this video because we're starting the next chapter, and it is on time. It starts off with time and it talks about temperature. Well, you think, easy. Well, we're getting into more difficult things with time. So I wanted to make this video so that it will help you. So go ahead and relax. Get your math book out and you can turn to page 151. Don't look at it yet because I want to give you a little quiz about time units. So, and if you don't have your book, you can print out the pages. They're on end grade attachment, okay? So, all right. So 1 minute is how many seconds? Hopefully you know it's 60. 1 hour is how many minutes? 60. 1 day is how many hours? 1 full day, 24 hours. 1 week is how many days? 7. Easy. 1 year is how many months? How many months are in a year? 12. 1 year is how many days? This is probably the trickiest one. You need to remember it. You need to know it. 365. You know, sometimes there's a leap year, so it's 366. 365 is what you need to remember, all right? So you can go ahead and turn to page 151 in your book. It has that information there, but you need to have it memorized, okay? So let's look at number 1 on page 151, and we're getting into the first one. It says how many days and how many hours. So we're going to fill out this chart, and we're going to figure out how to do that. So they already told us in 1 day, we already know there is 24 hours in 1 day. So that's already listed on in your book. So how many hours would be in 2 days? Well, we could do 24 plus 24, right? Because 1 day is 24. And actually, I can make a little picture here and say if this is 24 hours and it's 1 day, hopefully you can see this. Then we have another 24 hours, and that's 2 days. Actually, this would just be another 1 day, and then we would add those two up, so we get 24 plus 24. So I'm going to maybe cheat. I don't think it's cheating, but I'm going to make things easier for myself. And underneath her 24, so you can go ahead and do this in your book, I'm going to put another 24, and I'm going to add. Okay, do you see how I did that? Just kind of squeezed it in there because or you can do it in your head. That's fine too. And so I did that in green. Let me go back to red. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 2 plus 2 is 4. So in 2 days there are 24 hours. Okay, well, you know how this works. We keep going. So if we have another day, it's another 24 hours. So we can do the same thing, and we're going to keep adding 24. Does that kind of remind you of multiplication? It does when you're adding 24 plus 24 plus 24 plus 24. So we're going to start using multiplication to find out some more information. So, but first we're going to do this. 8 plus 4 is 12. Carry my 1. 4 plus 2 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. All right, well, you're getting the idea. So we're going to add another 24 days to find out how many, or 24 hours, to find out how many hours are in 4 days. 2 plus 4 is 6. Do you like how I tossed that? Not on purpose. And 7 plus 2 is 9. There's 96 hours in 4 days. So your job is going to be to complete that table in your workbook. My only thing that I recommend is make sure you don't make a mistake, because if you make a mistake up here and you keep adding 24 to it, they're all going to be wrong, and then it makes it for really sadness. All right, let's do the next one, which is almost a little bit easier. So we have 1 minute is how many seconds? Well, 1 minute, you told me before, is 60 seconds. So then how many seconds would be in 2 minutes? It's the same idea as these, where you just kind of build on yourself. If 1 minute is 60 seconds, I go up another 60 seconds to find out how many minutes are in, or how many seconds are in 2 minutes. So let's add 60 to this guy. And hopefully you could do that in your head. 60 plus 60, well, is going to be 6 plus 6 is 12. 120. Let's add 60 to the next one. And so I'll just go ahead and do that. And maybe you even have it already written down in your book, which is fine. 180. And we'll do it one more time, and then the rest is going to be up to you. All right? 0, 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry my 1. So in 4 minutes, there are 240 seconds. I don't know if you ever thought about these things before, but it is true. So we're good with that. Now we'll go into, so once again, finish that up at home. For years, in 1 year, how many months are there? You should tell me that there are 12 months in 1 year. So in 2 years, it'd be 12 plus 12, which is 24. You know, when babies are little, they call them 24 months old. That means that they're about 2 years. Go up another 12 would be 36. Make sure I do my math right. And then another 12 months would give me 48 months in 4 years. All right, so your job is to continue doing that. Now, one last thing that I want to do on this page, number 2, because it looks like a very difficult word problem and I don't want you to freak out. So let's do it together, and then you can do the easier word problem at home. 2A, go ahead and take a look at 2A. Maybe you can take a look and read it. Hopefully you have all this written down. You're good. If not, you can always rewind this video, right? That's cool. Okay, so Brian puts $120 into his savings each month. He's earning a lot of money. After saving for half a year, he bought a keyboard for $399. How much does he have left of his savings? Okay, we have multi-steps here. First of all, how much did he save up? If he saves $120 every month, $120 every month, and he saves for half a year. How many months is half a year? Well, 1 full year is 12. So a half a year would be 6. So what we can do is we can go 120 times 6, because he earns $120 per month, and this is the 6 months. And this will tell us how much he has every year. Well, that's why we already know how to multiply these kinds of numbers. So we'll go ahead and do it. 0 times 6 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. I drop the 2, carry the 1. 1 times 6 is 6, plus 1 up here is 7. So this is how much he's earned and saved in that half a year. But he went shopping. He bought a keyboard. That was nice of him. He bought a keyboard, must be into music, for $399. How much does he have left? When you hear how much does he have left, that should remind you of subtraction. And so we're going to say if he has $720, but then he bought something for $399, we're going to take away from that. All right? So I get to use another color now, orange. So do a simple subtraction. 0 minus 9. Oh, can't do that. I must go borrow. 10 minus 9 is 1. 1 minus 9, need to go borrowing again. 11 minus 9 is 2, and 6 minus 3 is 3. I get the answer of $321. That's how much he has left of his savings. And the next video will be page 152.